Thank you. I am Dr. Niger-Thomas Margaret. I'm the Gender Climate Change Agricultural Support Program Coordinator for Cameroon, and I'm the Executive Director of the Authentic Memorial Empowerment Foundation in Cameroon. Actually, the issue of engendering climate smart agriculture, it's possible in Africa, because it's already taking place by the NEPAD. A program was put up in place since 2012 by the NEPAD agency entitled Gender Climate Smart Agriculture Program. And it covers 5 pilot countries in Africa: Cameroon, Malawi, Ethiopia, Rwanda, and Niger. From 2012 till now, 7 years ago, a lot has been going on in the various countries: the inception, the programming, the implementation. By now, implementation has begun. And the whole issue is how to ensure that gender is mainstream within climate change and climate smart agriculture. Now, in Africa, we all agree that smallholder women, they are the backbone of our economy. They are the breadwinners with regards to agricultural productivity. They put the food on our table. But most of the time, they are the most vulnerable in all aspects of development. Well, with regards to climate smart agriculture, NEPAD is carrying out positive activities, but there's still a lot. There's still a lot to be done, because having been part of this program for the past 7 years and taking Cameroon as an example where I'm coordinating, the issue of climate smart agriculture is still not yet appropriated, even at the institutional level, not to talk of it trickling down to the women themselves, who are the target population. You know, when the policies are not yet being applied in such a way that they can touch the grassroots, it doesn't work. Again, the women, they need a conducive environment, an enabling environment. And this can only be possible through policy, through the laws and what government has put together, investing in this domain. But I want to say, with regard to financing, very little investment is done. As such, it is becoming really difficult. NEPAD has done so much thanks to its effort with the support of NORAD, the Norwegian agency that provided the funds since 2012. And with these, all the meetings, we've had agribusiness conferences in South Africa, in Durban, and women from Africa, from Cameroon and other countries come with the exhibition. But then it's not enough coming to the conferences. Our concern is, how can these women at the grassroots actually apply the technology, the organic fertilizers that they need to actually be sustained with regards to agricultural productivity. It is still not yet a reality. And in this conference, in this third Climate Smart Agricultural Forum, Alliance Forum, we've been talking of how far, the Vision 25-25, how far is it coming to ensure that it will be a reality. I want to say it's still far-fetched, because the population down there who are supposed to have the information, who are supposed to put into practice, are not yet really reached. A few are being reached, but the greater majority are still left behind. And so it is, some of us who are in the field with the women, we have the opinion that the enabling environment is not there. Thanks to some countries like Malawi, we just attended a parallel session on gender, rolling out gender with regards to climate smart agriculture. And the experience of Malawi is worth copying. If other countries can buy the experience of Malawi, in that the government of Malawi has instituted mainstreaming of climate smart agriculture. And there are so many projects, it's really taken into account. But in some of our countries, very little is done. And so some of our proposal is that in conferences of this nature, and this particular alliance, if the government is too slow in taking action, and we are talking of 25-25, it's the very presidents who met in Malabo in 2014, they agreed that climate change is a reality in Africa. They agreed that climate smart agriculture should be practiced, yet they are not translating theory into practice. We are proposing that I'm standing as a voice for the women, being there with them all through my life. I worked with them, I'm still working with them through the Ministry of Women's Affairs and Family in Cameroon. And I'm proposing that let's reinforce the public sector collaboration, non-governmental organization, NGOs, such that even if the government is not moving faster, the NGOs who are used to going down the grassroots can be empowered so that they take the messages across. They can go right to the farms, talk to the women about climate change, get their views, and see how organic fertilizers and other equipments, they can build up climate smart cultural hubs where women can even go there, be sensitized. They can move from cooperative to cooperative. In Africa, we have strong, dynamic women. They are so well organized in common initiative groups, in cooperatives, but they need to be informed. And who is informing them? I think we need the NGOs to be empowered to take the message across. Extension services are there, but I think even the extension services need them formation with regards to climate smart agriculture. You know, the way we have been doing things in Africa, one of our problems is change of mentality. The concept of climate smart agriculture is still recent. And even the extension workers who are in our Ministry of Agriculture, in the Ministry of Environment, they too need to be informed. They are not so very informed as to what climate smart agriculture it is, not to talk of engendering it. You know, they are not so gender sensitive. And still look at in this conference, they were doing presentations, statistics from Cameroon, I think it was Ghana, and one other country. And in all the data presented, it was not gender sensitive. It is as if smallholder farmers are a homogeneous group of people. We must be able to come up with gender segregated and disaggregated data so that you can see where the focus should be, who should be targeted, and what is the need. The need assessment should be done, visibility. The extension workers are there, but I think they are limited. I think they even lack the means to do their work if they are supposed to do it. The policies should be translated into practice. That's one. When the presidents meet in these high-level meetings and they agree on paper, it should be translated into practice. Secondly, all categories of people, especially women, youths who are the most vulnerable, should be given a critical focus. There should be an affirmative action, not to lump them in one whole and see they are all homogeneous. Even amongst women, we are not homogeneous. We are a heterogeneous group of people. Even among women farmers, there are those who are large scale, there are those who are medium scale, there are small scale. And so should the small scale, the subsistence entrepreneurs remain in subsistence farming, they have to grow, they have to evolve. And how would they evolve if there's no critical focus placed on them? These are some of my concerns. And also to say that I think regarding the activities in the field, while the extension workers are doing their best, we need non-governmental organizations who have been used to the field and who can go to all ends to meet the local women in their homes, in their farms. They should be empowered to carry the message of climate smart agriculture across, organizing trainings, even in villages, even in meetings where women are, they do it. I think it is time we think about this and get all the stakeholders involved. But you know, there are stakeholders and there are stakeholders. Stakeholders who have a passion for what they do and who will target the right target population, and stakeholders who are just there for the big names. Rural women, African women want stakeholders who will think about them, who will see their needs and look for the solution and meet them even in their kitchens, in their farms to find solution so that the food security will be guaranteed and our rural women continue putting food on our tables in Africa. Thank you very much.